All right, main event, the historic meeting between the lightweight champion Islam Makhachev and the featherweight champ Alexander Volkanovski. Makhachev minus 380 right now. Volkanovski can be had at plus 310, despite the fact that he is 25-1, 12-0 in the UFC, and has won 22 consecutive fights. Kenny, Florian, we need a main event selection. I know that you have sort of waffled and the price sort of factors prominently in that equation, but we need a selection. Ken Flo, which way are you going?
Oh, man, it's a phenomenal fight. I just watched Alexander Volkanovski's fight against Holloway, and Holloway looks like he towers over him. And I go, oh, no, he's got to deal with Islam Makhachev, a massive lightweight. Like, wow. Like, Islam is huge. He's strong. He has a level of wrestling that you rarely see in mixed martial arts. You know, he's so dominant with that and so elite. He can get you down, and the problem is he can control you. He knows how to keep you down. I don't see him necessarily being a submission threat against Volkanovski. Volkanovski is built like a fire hydrant. He's got T-Rex arm, T-Rex legs. He's got no neck. And I could see him maybe getting a TKO or something like that, or maybe just grinding him down and getting that decision win. But I don't see him finishing him. If he does, I think he's got to do it early because Volkanovski tends to, like a lot of great fighters, like a lot of intelligent fighters, he analyzes you, he figures you out, and then he picks you apart. And over time, he starts to run away from you. And I think this is what he needs to do against someone like Islam Makhachev. How does he do that against someone who's that big? You know, does Volkanovski have the power to knock out Islam Makhachev? I don't know. I think it's going to be tough. We have seen Islam Makhachev get knocked out. It was his debut. I believe we called that fight, John. But at this stage of the game, happening with a 145-pounder, I don't think so. I think if someone's going to win here, it's probably going to be by decision. But I think the longer the fight goes, the more it favors Volkanovski. Where it could throw off Islam Makhachev here is the footwork. That's where he needs to get it done. When Makhachev gets his hands on you, it's going to be very difficult for Volkanovski to out-wrestle him there. What he has going for him is the fact that he's short and stocky. It's going to be harder for Makhachev to get underneath that center of gravity. But I think early, I wouldn't be surprised to see Makhachev all over Volkanovski. If Volkanovski is able to survive those rounds, get back to his feet, and let Makhachev know it's not going to be easy and he's not going to get the submission, that's where I think Volkanovski can start to do some serious work and outpoint someone like Islam Makhachev. If these odds were a little bit closer, I would go with Islam, but I am going to go with Volkanovski. I have underestimated him many times. I think the price is too good for him. I would like to go with Volkanovski, and I think if he's able to survive those first 10 minutes, I think Volkanovski will find a way.
Woo!